Hey everybody, it's Jody Crowley with North of Boston Lifestyle Guide, and I am here with Sumeit Aggarwal. She is with Finhive. It's a wonderful business that we are excited to tell you about, and thank you so much for joining us today. All right, Sumeit, so tell us a little bit about the overview of what Finhive is, and maybe a little bit about how it came about.
Sure. So, hi everyone. Nice to see you, and nice to see you, Jody. Good to have you here, and it's a beautiful sunny day, so I love that.
We got lucky.
Yes, definitely. So Finhive is essentially a social enterprise, and we provide personal finance literacy to communities all across. So basically, by community I mean youths and young adults and female investors who want to learn more about personal finance, as well as small business communities. So entrepreneurs who are looking to educate themselves about their businesses and their numbers. We provide services to all of those communities.
Excellent, excellent. And you've been doing this since 2017?
Yes, so we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary. We're very excited.
Yeah, and you've had some good successes.
Definitely.
You've presented at Babson. You received an award from Pepper Lane.
Yes.
So, and there's a couple of other conferences where you were a speaker.
Yes, so the goal of Finhive is to get the word out there. So I have been working with my alma mater, Babson College, Northeastern University. Pepper Lane is a great community.
Yeah.
As well as just local chambers. So it really helps us make those connections, get the word out, and start to make impact.
Absolutely. Now, when you started this, you and I met at a Pepper Lane.
That's right.
It was called a Boost. It's like a mastermind. And I remember you outlining your plan, and I love how it's grown, and so it's individuals, it's the community, it's small business. Now you have some a series coming up that I'd love to make sure our audience knows more about this.
Yeah, we're very excited. So as part of our engagement with female entrepreneurs, we've recently launched a series called Know Your Numbers, which is knowing your numbers for your business, and at some point businesses and personal finances kind of merge for any solo entrepreneur or LLC. So that series gives you an overall view of how to feel confident with your numbers, your profitability confidence, your cash flow, your financial statements. And it may sound very number oriented, but we also talk a lot about our emotional quotient, the intelligence piece of it, the personal side of personal finance that's also in our business. So we're running this series right now. We recently launched it, and we have a new wait list started for our spring kind of learning series. So that starts April 4th.
Nice.
And if you're interested, let us know. Join our wait list. And you can go to finhive.co/bizhive, BIZHIVE.
Nice.
And all the information is over there. We were definitely hearing a lot of great feedback from our current cohort of female entrepreneurs, and it's really important to get that comfort out there and feel confident in your generating your numbers and in knowing them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, as far as timing of taking this series, do you think it's a good idea to take it before you've launched something, while you're in the middle of launching, 6 months after you've launched it? What are your thoughts on that?
That's a really good question, and it is for anyone and everyone who is kind of in a pre-revenue stage.
Yep.
So a startup who's thinking about it and looking to generate a series of projections. What will I do? And basically, I say, limit revenue up to like $250,000 in revenue. So those are the entrepreneurs that try to do everything by themselves, don't have a lot of support, can't hire a lot of support, and quite often numbers fall off track. So we're really hoping that if you are in that stage of 0 to 250K, join us, because you will find this really liberating and empowering. to get started on learning the behavior of your numbers and just being, setting up small steps and having that discipline of the more you know, the more you want to know.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of energy we're generating and looking, because actually we meet in that it's a 12 session, so 6 weeks, but we meet twice a week.
Okay.
So Monday session is actually going over the content. There is a model that you get to work on with your numbers, and then we meet again on Fridays as a Q&A session where we can do a breakout session one-on-one. So everything is very it's private. You don't discuss your own numbers. We don't record it because, as I said, emotional part comes out of there.
Yeah.
And we don't want to inhibit anybody's, thought process by saying, we're recording you.
Right.
If someone misses a session, I'm happy to spend time with them one-on-one. That's, totally available.
Yeah.
But that Q&A really drives home the sort of the message that was picked up at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
And then with the breakout session, you can discuss your private numbers without, it's a safe community, so we have our principles of just being safe and, having that private conversation with each other.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Talking about money is especially when somebody's launching something, because you have your vision and you're trying to go somewhere, and sometimes it's not the easiest route in the beginning, especially.
Right.
It's a scary. It can be a scary time.
Oh, definitely.
Exciting, but it can be scary too.
Yeah, and a lot of businesses I hear that I talk to say, I'm making money, I'm generating revenue, but I don't have profit.
Yeah.
So that's one of the first things we talk about is profitability confidence. There are kind of frameworks out there, like Profit First is a framework out there that really talks about, yes, you can make profit provided you take it out first.
Yeah.
Right? So there are ways to incorporate that discipline in your own numbers and feel like what you're doing is meaningful. So that's very important for any business to keep going. Otherwise, you're just kind of running an enterprise and you feel like you're pouring more money into it,
right,
than taking it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I love the piece that you have a proven history with working with individuals as well as entrepreneurs, because when you're an entrepreneur, the individual finances, that's what's funding.
Yes.
For the most part.
Right.
For many people, that's what's funding the business.
Right. And we do talk about it, like there is the profit piece and there is the pay piece, payroll. Owners quite often don't pay themselves. So it's not just take that profit out, which is, think of it if you had a job, you would get a bonus, right? A yearly bonus or a quarterly bonus for sales commissions, and then you get a salary. So business owners forget that they can draw salary, and they forget to put that component when they're pricing, when they're selling. So it's important to put all of those pieces and then kind of take out your, revenue in the sense what you can spend. Maybe expenses need to be clamped down. Maybe revenue needs to be increased. So there are levers that you can pull, but don't forget to pay yourself and generate profit, because those are two important things. And taxes. That's the third most important thing. Don't forget to take money out for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You don't want to run into any issues in the spring.
There you go.
Well, this has been wonderful.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to make sure people know about over the next 3 to 12 months, or do you feel like we covered what you wanted to cover?
Thank you. So we are constantly creating new programs, running programs aside from entrepreneurs. I also hold a lot of workshops for individuals through community centers as well as on my own. So for, like I said, youths and young adults, I have investing. There are summer camps, or for middle school and high school students, they have fun with it. We don't just sit and go through PowerPoints. We actually play games, stock market games,
fun
games. That's what summer is about. And also the young adults have financial adulting piece. They need to learn how to manage money, how to even go go to a bank? A lot of them have not stepped foot in a bank account.
Yeah.
How does PayPal work? Venmo work? Things like that. We really break it down into the process side of things.
Yeah.
And for for female investors, I run series called Women in Investing.
Yeah.
And that provides, steps towards narrowing the gender wealth gap. So that's another one of our mission, where we are helping women find that confidence in investing and not just saving. I mean, we're great when we're saving in the bank account,
Yeah.
but when it comes to taking a little bit of risk in the stock market and generating wealth for ourselves, that's where, there are a lot of women who are afraid to take that first step.
Yeah.
So we have a series 101, 201, 301, so join us. And again, it's a safe community. It's, women only, and you can ask questions, you can get answers, and you can just kind of learn through that step-by-step process. It's really important.
Yeah. Well, I think the work that you do is incredibly important. I'm
Thank
grateful that you do what you do, and you're so close by. I will be taking advantage.
Love it. Love to have you.
But thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a lot of fun, and hope to
Yes.
see some of you soon.
Yeah.